Hey everyone, welcome to Wednesday Night in the Word. Tonight we are continuing our parenting series. This series is called Imperfect Parenting, and we are recognizing that perfection and parenting do not go together. That as long as we are striving for perfection, we're always going to feel like failures. So stay with me for week number 4 of our series, Imperfect Parenting. Tonight's title is Study Your Children. Have you ever stopped to study your children, to get to know them, to know their strengths, their weaknesses, just to really get to know who they are? Or do you find yourself often just kind of like a parenting robot, knowing exactly what you need to do from the beginning to the end of the day to get your parents or get your children where you need them to be, what you need them to do, and you don't actually stop and study who they are? I want to share 3 scriptures with you, and then we're going to start our discussion. The first one is Ephesians chapter 6, verse 4, and it says, "Fathers, do not provoke your children to anger by the way you treat them. Rather, bring them up with the discipline and instruction that comes from the Lord." Philippians chapter 2, verse 3 says, "Don't be selfish. Don't try to impress others. Be humble, thinking of others as better than yourselves." And then 1 Peter chapter 4, verse 10 and 11 says, "God has given each of you a special gift from his great variety of spiritual gifts. Use them well to serve one another. Do you have the gift of speaking? Then speak as though God himself were speaking through you. Do you have the gift of helping others? Do it with all the strength and energy that God supplies. Then everything you do will bring glory to God through Christ Jesus. All glory and power to him forever and ever. Amen." Most of us have some type of education, whether it's college, whether it's high school, graduate school, master's, doctorate, or perhaps maybe many of you have kind of on-the-job training that has helped you in your current career and make you who you are today. When we pursue something to gain educational information, it makes us very knowledgeable in that field. And I'm just wondering, what if we took that same drive to learn and implement into our lives of parenting? I'm sorry, let me say that again. What if we took that same drive to learn and implement it into our parenting? Meaning, what if we begin to educate ourselves and learn more about the subject of parenting and learn more about those who we are parenting? Actually look at them like the beautiful little humans that God has gifted us with to raise up and begin to learn about them so that we can better parent them. We must learn to study our children. What if we chose to study our children so that we could do this? Bring them up in the training and instruction of the Lord the way they need it. We learn what refuels them, what breaks their heart, how they're motivated, and what makes them feel loved. It's a worthwhile effort, regardless of how old our children are. And here's what I mean by that and what this study is trying to say. It's not too late. It's not too late to start studying your children so that you can better raise your children. Here are some suggestions to help you do just that. First off, let's discover our children's personality types. There's so many ways to learn how people are wired, from books and assessments that measure a personality to those that indicate strengths. But then, how about we just start paying attention and ask ourselves, is our children an extrovert? Do they enjoy having plans and structure? Or do they like to just kind of be free? Do they get their feelings hurt easily? Or are they strong and tough and can take hard discipline? Understanding our children's personality types is a vital, vital tool, because we all know, parents, we know that every child is not made the same. So we must learn their individual personality types. These kinds of things aren't meant to label our children, but to help us figure out how they respond to life and relationships. So let's not allow any tool to define our children, but to help us get to know them better. So here's what I would say. The number one tool you need to use is your ears. Start listening, and then use your eyes to watch and pay attention. What triggers them? What doesn't? What works? What doesn't? Every child is not made equal. Every child is not made the same. And our parenting must consider their personality type. The other thing is this: let's discover their spiritual gifts. Each child has different spiritual gifts. Every single Christian follower, every single Christ follower has a different spiritual gift, and they at least have one. These are given to us by the power of the Holy Spirit as He decides, not as we decide. Yes, that even means your infant or your 5-year-old, maybe you've started to see traits in your child that make you recognize certain gifts. These gifts are determined by God, but you can play a part in seeing them developed and seeing your children as who they are and what gifts they have. 1 Peter 4, chapter 10 does say, use whatever gifts we have received to serve others. So we really want to identify what our children's spiritual gifts are and then help them understand what they are as well. Lean into them. If your child is good at picking up around the house and good at art or different things like that, actually tap into those spiritual gifts. I have one child in my house that loves to cook and loves to help. And so I'm personally, and my wife as well, not just me, we're both trying to allow her, it's JC, to actually use that gift as much as possible so it can be developed. And then I have another child that's just a comedian. He's fun, but he also has got a little bit of leadership in him. And we're trying to tap into that as well and see how that, comes out over the years to come. So each child is different. Every one of our children have different spiritual gifts. And it's our job as parents, through the power of the Holy Spirit, to help our kids identify what their gifts are. And then the final thing is that we need to discover our children's love language. And you may have heard of a book, author Gary Chapman, who wrote a book called The 5 Love Languages. In it, Chapman shares that our relationships will grow stronger when we learn how to give and receive the proper love. He followed this book up with The 5 Love Languages of Children, which helps parents to learn their child's love language. Both books offer such great wisdom and insight and will help us uncover the best way to love our children in a way that they will hear and experience our love the best. We must know how our children best receive love. Becoming a student of your child will not perfect your parenting, but you'll be farther along in your relationship and understanding of them than if you hadn't begun to study who they are. So, choose today to invest in your personal knowledge of your parenting and your child by spending time with them, studying them. And before you know it, you will have a deeper and better understanding and a deeper and better relationship with your children. That ultimately is the key. We've already talked about relationship comes first. So every one of our children are not made equal. They're not made the same. Every one of our children are different, just like you and I are. I know that for me, I receive love different. I have a different personality. I have a different love language. I have different spiritual gifts than my wife and from others. And so the more that we get to know ourselves better And the more others get to know us, they can love us better. And the same is true for us parenting our kids. So take some time. Start slowing down. Watch and listen. Pay attention to what your children truly need from you. And I believe that that will definitely help us better parent the little ones that we are called by God and given a gift to lead. God bless you. Thank you for joining me tonight. And again, join me for week 4 this weekend at 10:30 a.m. on Sunday morning. We're still in our series, Love Hurts. And this weekend, I'm telling you, might be one of my favorite topics that we are going to hit. I'm going to share it later in the week, but keep it a secret for now. So would you do me a favor? Come and invite. Again, come and invite. That's what we're called to do. Invite people into the kingdom of God. You have an opportunity this weekend to bring them with you or to share our posts online and let them know about what we're doing here at Knoxville First Church. God bless you again. Have a wonderful week. I love you.